In this Adobe Express tutorial, I'll be sharing everything you need to know about graphic design tools to create your own designs. So let's get started. Alright, this is the homepage, and in the previous video, I've talked about all these presets and how to navigate through the website. So if you haven't watched the previous part, then I highly recommend checking that out first. You can find the link in the description. Now to create a file, you can use simply one of these presets or upload your own content and get started from there. But I'm gonna create a fully blank new file. You can choose your required size. I'll go with a square size. Now this is your workspace where you do the actual stuff and create something. You can name your page from here and also give your project a name from the top left side. I'm gonna call it Project 1. Now let's talk about this interface. You can press and hold the control key and then move your mouse wheel back and forth to zoom in and out. If you press and hold the space key, then you will see this hand icon that you can use to drag the page around. You can also zoom to a specific number from here or click this option to fit the page on the screen. After creating a page, if you would like to resize it, you can do that from here. And you can see all the size presets. You can also put a custom size if you want. Let's say you want to resize it to an Instagram story. If I click on resize, then it's gonna resize the current page into an Instagram story size. You can undo your changes from this button or press the Ctrl+Z key. Now if I select the Instagram story again, if you take a look, this is the page 1. This time I'll select duplicate and resize. And it'll create another page. Double click on any page you want to open. You can go back to the previous page from this arrow icon. If you want to manage all your pages, then click on this icon, and here are my current pages. If you want to create another page of this size, click on this plus button. And if you want to create another page of this size, then bring your mouse in the middle, click this plus button, and there you have it. You can also rearrange your pages the way you want. You can select all pages from here, add a new page, duplicate a page, and delete a page. You can also go to these 3 dots and delete a page. You can open a page and use this delete button as well. So there are just multiple ways to do one thing in any application. Next you have the theme option, and it gives you some pre-made color combinations that you can apply to your page. For example, if I select this, you can see that it has applied this color to the background. If I select this one, and it has applied this color to the background. You can just keep on switching these color themes and see what works best for you. Let's try this color theme from professional category. You can manually apply a background color from here. I have black and white swatches, I have recommended colors, and then I have the page theme colors, which are exactly same that I've selected. I'll choose this dark color for the background. You can also add the brand colors to your library that you can reuse in all your projects, and then you have some more colors that you can use. You can also create a custom color, or use this eyedropper tool to pick a color anywhere from the interface. I'll change it back to this color. Moving on, you have some tabs on the left sidebar. You can go to the templates tab, choose any of the templates from here and customize it according to your needs. By the way, in the next part, I'll show you how to customize a template and adjust it on different sizes. But in this video, we'll be creating something from scratch. I'll go to the text tab. You can import any of these pre-made text. You can add a plain text or add a stylized text effect. You can see a lot of pre-made styles to choose from. Let's try this marble text. This is the prompt that's resulting this marble effect. You can input your desired prompt in here and it will generate that effect. You can further use these settings to control the styling. This is an extension of the Adobe Firefly. If you want to learn more about this in detail, then I have a separate video on how to use these text effects in Adobe Firefly. You can find that on my channel. Alright, it's gonna generate 4 options to choose from. On the right side, you can see this cool looking marble effect. Let me zoom it to fit this selection so you can see it better. And there you go. Now you can compare these generated results and choose the one you like. You can also generate more options if you want, or remove the effect. I'll select it and hit delete. I'll change the zoom to fit the whole page. Now I'll add the plain text. Just zoom in a little bit. You can type whatever you want. On the left side, we have some text properties. You can choose your required font, and they have a lot of fonts in the list. You can change the weight of your font. You can make it bold, italic, underline it, change the text alignment, make bullet points. You can change the font size from here, and you can also adjust the text spacing. Let me actually shift this on 2 lines to explain that. Now the line spacing is the distance between two lines. It's also called a leading in graphic design terms. You can also adjust the spacing between letters, which is called kerning. You can adjust these according to your needs. Then you have some text layouts. Dynamics is gonna stack the text in a very nice way. You can make it a circle, an arch, and a bow. I'll go with the dynamic, looks good to me. Next you can change the fill color, and if you take a look, it has applied this color from the same color theme that we selected. You can also add an outline. And use this button to switch colors quickly. You can adjust the outline thickness, increase or decrease as you want. Next you can change the opacity of your text. You can flip it horizontally and flip it vertically. Alright, if I select the text and move it to center line on the page, then you can see the smart guides which are letting me snap it to the center, and this is very helpful. But there's also another way. If I move it to the bottom and click on this align button, then it has some options to quickly align it on the page. I can move it to the bottom, middle, center, and it's perfectly placed in the center of the page. Moving on, you have the text effects, and these are the same text effects which we talked about earlier in the video. You have pre-made sample styles. You can choose one of these if you want. Next you have the shadow. You can choose classic, smooth, lift, glow, or any of these. You can also create a custom shadow and play with these settings. You can adjust the angle of the shadow, adjust the distance, and increase or decrease blur of the shadow. You can also change the shadow color if you want. I'll go with a smooth shadow and change its color to black. A gray color would be better, I think. That looks fine. Next you have the shape, and it's gonna apply some shapes under the text. You have many options here. You can try them out and see what works for you. You also have a category for decorative. And you can adjust the shape further by changing its size and opacity. It has very cool shapes, just try these and check it out yourself. Next you have the animation. I'll explain this in a separate video. Let's go to the media tab, and here you can find the stock photos, both free and premium version. You can upload your own images or videos. You can also generate an AI image using a text prompt. You have the stock videos and audios as well. I'll go to the Photos tab, and you can use the search bar to look for something specific. Let's see if we can find something. I'll try this one. Let me move it to the side. If I select my text, it has some properties on the left sidebar. But if I select my image, it's gonna show me some different settings, which we'll cover in a minute. Now this image is overlapping my text, but I want to place it behind the text. And this is where the layers come in. Click on this button to show or hide the layers. Currently we have two layers. As you can see, this image is above the text layer, so I'll drag it below the text layer, and there we go. You can also do this by right-clicking on the image and select one of these options. Now I want this image to cover the full background. To achieve that, from the left sidebar, click on Set as Page Background, and there it is in the background. After that, you can double-click on the background and reposition it if you want. I'll flip the background and adjust it a little bit. I'll move the text up on the side and decrease the letter spacing a little bit. That looks fine. I'll reposition the background. You can increase or decrease the opacity of an image. You can change the blend mode to multiply and screen. We'll be using this actually in a minute. I've gone through these options. Next you have the effects. You can apply grayscale, darken, tint, colorize, and many other options. Just try them out yourself and see what works for you. Next you have the adjustments. You can adjust the contrast, brightness, highlights, and other settings to enhance an image. You can also sharpen or blur an image. If you mess up these settings, then click on this reset button and it will reset the settings. Alright, let's import another image. What about adding a person in here? That would work hopefully. I'll scale it up. Flip it horizontally and reposition it. Now if you select an image, you are gonna see these AI features. First is the Generative Fill. Then you have the Erase tool. You can either select a quick selection tool or a circle brush. With a quick selection tool, you can click on the image and it's gonna remove a chunk of the similar portion. But it's removing some portion of her as well, which we don't want. Let's go back and see how the circle brush works. You can adjust the size, hardness, and opacity. If you have used Photoshop before, then you are already familiar with this. You can simply brush the area that you want to remove. You can select the restore option and restore the image if you removed some area by mistake. Next you have the remove background, and it does exactly as it says. I'll scale it up and reposition it just a little bit. I'll move the text so it's visible. Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the video. Before we proceed further, I request you to please take a moment to subscribe my channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Doing so will keep me motivated in creating more helpful videos for you. You can also support me on Patreon. I'll put the link in the description. Thanks so much for considering it. Now let's get back to the video. Now I want to add a smoke. Let's see if we can find something. I'll try this. I want to add the smoke on this cup, but the smoke has a black background. The solution to that is the blend modes. I'll change it to screen and place it on the cup. Let me change it to normal so we can crop the smoke first. You can either use this crop option or simply double click on this image and it's gonna open the crop tool. It has some pre-made shapes and presets that you can crop your image into. And then you have the shapes that you can use. You can make it a circle, oval, semicircle, diamond shape, and more. Then you can move it, place it wherever you want. If I select the original preset, then it's gonna keep the original portions of the image while cropping. I'll choose the freeform to freely crop to the last smoke that we need. After that, I'll change the blend mode to screen and reposition it. I want the smoke to be above the text layer, which will give it a nice effect. That's it. Next, I'll change the text color to this red color from the image so that it matches with the overall look and feel. This looks a bit dark, so I'll make it bright. That's it. I'll move the text behind her shoulder just a little bit. Now you can either change the font style from here, but if you're not very good with the fonts or just getting started with the graphic design, then there's this recommended option for you, which is a great feature of Adobe Express. What it does is it recommends you some text styles. Simply click on it and it's gonna apply that style. You can see more options. Just try different styles and see what works best for you. I'll go with this one and reposition it. That looks good. I'll select this picture, go to the adjustments, and do some tweaking to enhance it. Keep in mind that you have to adjust this according to your images. I'll sharpen it a little bit. Looks better. Now let me show you the magic of Generative Fill. You can simply brush on some area that you want to change. Let's say we want a brown belt instead of a black one. Hit Generate. There we go. You can see a brown belt in here. And it's giving us 3 options to choose from. You can either choose one of these or generate more versions. If you want to learn how to use Generative Fill in Adobe Firefly, then I've explained that in a separate video. You can check that on my channel. Alright, next we have the Elements tab, and here you get a lot of elements, backgrounds, and shapes that you can use to enhance a design. You also have icons. Let's try adding a shape from here. I'll put it here, then scale it up. I'll switch the fill color to the border, increase the thickness to 30 maybe, I'll change its color to the same text color. And maybe darken it a little bit so it don't distract people from the main message. Then I'll move its layer behind her image, which will give it a nice effect. I'll go to the text tab and add a plain text. I'll add my username and change its color to the same red color. I don't think that will be visible, so I'll change it to white. That will work fine. I'll place it right below the main text. I'll adjust it a little bit. Let's try some other font. I'll just pick this one cause don't want to spend too much time on this. And increase the text spacing. I'll move this text with the other text layer. I'm gonna show you something. This border layer is not letting me select the text layers. So I'll lock the border layer. Now I'm gonna select both the text layers and group them together by clicking this group button. It's gonna shift those layers in one group and I can move them together. If I want to adjust any of my text layer, then I can double click on this group. I can separately select the text layers and adjust them if I want. We have gone through the Elements, Text tab, Media and Templates tab. Let's take a look at the grid. You have many different types of layouts here. I'll click on this Add button and add a new page of the same size. Let's open this grid layout. I'll scale it up. To replace images inside the grid, I'll double click on this container, then click on this replace icon. You can upload your own images if you want, but I'll choose from the library. Next, I'll select this container, click on replace image, and select an image. Same goes for this one. And the last one as well. Now to reposition an image within a container, simply double click on it and then reposition. You can also swap images, select a container and drag it over the other container. That's it. I'll reposition it. That looks fine. You can also adjust its padding and spacing. Select your grid. Padding is going to increase the distance from the outer edges, and spacing is going to increase the gap between containers. You can add a background color, choose from recommended or add a custom color. You can also copy layers from one page to the other. I'll right click and copy this grid. I'll go back to the page 1 and press the universal shortcut for pasting, which is Ctrl+V. Select your grid layer and you can set it as a page background if you want. I'll delete this cause I don't need it on this page. I'll also delete this page. Next you have the add-ons tab that you can use for extra functionality. I'll create a separate video for add-ons. Alright, we have covered all these tabs except the Your Stuff tab, which contains my recent project files. If I click on any file from here, I can see its pages. Now I have the option to add it as an image or as separate pages. If I add it as an image, then it's going to be imported as a single layer image. But I want to add it with all its layers, so let's try that. If I go to the pages, you can see that my other pages are being loaded. Let's open this page, and here's my file with all its layers. Let's say we want this text to be above the image. This is the text layer, and this is the image layer. So I'll select the text layer and move it above the image layer. This is the benefit of importing the files with layers. You can make your changes as you want. Let's take a look on the other pages. On this page, you can see that this is a group with 6 layers. Double click on it and now you are inside the group. It contains all the text layers. This is the border and see how it's placed behind all the layers. There's another great feature that I want to share, which is this translate option. It has automatically detected the current language of the page. You can manually select it if needed, and then you can select the language in which you want your text to be translated. You have a huge list of languages, but let's say we want to change it to Chinese. Click on Duplicate and Translate. And look at that, it's gonna create another page with all the text translated. Looks great. You also get a version history in Adobe Express. If I click on these 3 dots, here you can find it. It keeps a record of different versions while I was working. You can bookmark a version, and it will be saved to the marked versions where you can easily find it. You can also create a new separate file based on a specific version. Let's try it out. and it has created a separate file based on my selected version. I only had one page at that time. I can give the file another name and go on from there. Let's go back to our original file. Now you can click on this download button and either download the selected page or download all the pages at once. You can select the file format from PNG, JPG and PDF. I'll keep it to PNG and click on the download button. My files have been downloaded in a zip folder. You can also share your project with other people. Put their email address in here. You can decide which people to give access to. You can also create a link and decide whether they can only comment or edit the file. I'll copy the link and open it in a new tab. And there is our file. All the pages have loaded perfectly. I'll go back to the page 1. Here the other person can leave a comment on your file. Let's say change the font and click on submit. I'll put a guest name. Click continue. And the comment has been posted. You can also pin this comment to a specific point on the page. Let's add another comment. And I'll pin this one on her picture. If the other person wants to make changes to the file, then he must be logged in with the Adobe Express account, so keep that in mind. I can also add comments to the other pages, but you have got the idea. Now if I go back to our main tab, then you can see a red dot on the comments tab, which will open up the comments. You can also click on your profile icon, go to the notifications and find the comments. If I click on any comment, it's gonna lead to that particular page. As I added a pin to the comments, so the selected comment is indicated by a purple color. So we have covered all the tools related to graphic design in this video. You can just play around, and once you get familiar with this platform, then you can quickly do stuff and create beautiful designs. In the next part, I'll show you how to customize a template and adjust it on different sizes. You can find the video on the screen right now. I'll see you there. Take care.